My name is Patty Jenkins, and I'm the director of Wonder Woman. This scene is where Diana from Themyscira, who is a princess from an Amazonian island, is brought to our shores for the first time. Diana, who will eventually become our Wonder Woman, is played by Gal Gadot. And she's brought here by Steve Trevor, played by Chris Pine. So this section of the movie, one of the delightful things I saw an opportunity to do was homage one of my favorite movies of all time, huge inspiration to this film, Richard Donner's Superman. So one of the things I loved in Superman was this very playful period of time where we know who Superman is and what he can do, but he's like let loose on New York City, Metropolis, man's world, and like encounters a mugging, which he's completely ill-prepared for. But of course, in that movie, Lois Lane knows exactly what's going on and is kind of trying to handle the situation, and he catches a bullet. In this case, similar scenario happens, a gun goes off, and Wonder Woman, without even knowing what she can do, Diana's arm juts out, and she blocks the bullet, saving Steve Trevor, who, same shot, catches the bullet in his hand. And I just found it hilarious to have it the same kind of scene where the two people are both trying to protect each other, and in both cases, the superpower comes as a surprise. And then I think for Steve Trevor's character, it's like watching, this thing escalate and unfold, how very powerful she is when she really puts her mind to it.
Tough luck. Is there anything else you want to show me?
Hey YouTubers, it's Charlie. So Wonder Woman Easter egg video, clearly you can see Superman is a big influence on the film. Because the movie's already out, I'm going to switch the giveaway back to the flash ring. So all you have to do to enter is be a subscriber, leave a comment on this video. So this is what that Superman scene was taken from. It happened really early in the Daily Planet, and it was just a little bit sillier in the Superman movie just because of that tone. But interesting fact, Richard Donner was credited with creating the modern superhero movie as it exists now. He's being honored for this big industry award. People from Marvel like Kevin Feige and DC, Jeff Johns, they're all coming. So not only did Richard Donner create the modern superhero film, which is now influencing the tone of Wonder Woman, but he also brings Marvel and DC together, uniting everyone. And I almost forgot because Patty Jenkins didn't reference it in that earlier clip, but the other Superman reference was just from before this scene, so it was like two scenes back to back referencing that Superman film.
Oh. Yep, that's not gonna work. Please put the sword down.
It doesn't go with the outfit.
At all.
Sorry. Sorry, Lois.
Oh, hi, Rex.
Oh, Lois.
Is everything good today?
But the rest of the Easter eggs, so obviously there's the origin story. I was made from a lump of clay. That's the original version of her origin story from the comics. The New 52 retconned that and made her the direct descendant of Zeus and Hippolyta, a full-blown demigod. You slowly see her start to unlock her powers as she faces new challenges through the movie. The first time, she smacks her gauntlets together and creates that big blast wave. In the comics, the gauntlets are actually there to dampen her powers, so she wouldn't tear through people like tissue paper just walking by accidentally brushing them. That's how powerful she is. But you may have recognized that this is Artemis. She's being played by Anne Wolfe, probably one of the greatest female fighters in history. So they just made her a badass in the movie because she was already a badass in real life. But all those big Amazon training scenes in the early film, the big fight scenes, were done by highly trained fighters. This is Wonder Woman's stunt double, showing that she can do all this stuff without any slow motion. That's how badass a fighter she is. Louis Tan posted this behind the scenes video of them training. You may remember him from all the drunken master scenes during Iron Fist. You may have spotted Zack Snyder's cameo if you look really hard. He was one of the soldiers after they liberated the town during that no man's land scene. The lasso of Hestia is kind of funny because Hestia isn't the goddess of truth, she's the goddess of the hearth, like the fireplace, so that's probably why they have Steve Trevor talking about why it's getting super hot as he's trying to resist it. The group that they recruit are actually called the Black Hawks in the comics, but they were formed during World War II, so there are a couple of changes to them, but they are a wartime group just like the Howling Commandos. There wasn't a whole lot of the Wonder Woman TV show in it, but there was a character from the Wonder Woman TV show that popped up during the gala sequences called Fosta Graybles, played by Rachel Pickup. She played that character on the original Wonder Woman TV show. She was just like a Nazi operative, so she showed up during these scenes. When Ares says that he's not the god of war, he's the god of truth, that's actually from a Gail Simone Wonder Woman arc. It was like a line in number 37, I think, a couple years ago, where he says, "War is truth, princess. By all rights, this should belong to me." During their big battle, the first time that Wonder Woman actually started using lightning-based powers was Wonder Woman number 39, also part of that Gail Simone run. But the way they explain it is that her gauntlets were given to her by Zeus. They enable her to channel the lightning, so her gauntlets are key to that ability. The movie's intro, the voiceover that she has where she talks about the beautiful planet wanting to save it, that's actually ripped right out of DC Rebirth. The ice cream is right out of Justice League number 1 from Jim Lee. They also did it during Justice League War. And she did hook a tank during the Injustice comic, like Ares is looking at her here. Did you just chuck a tank? But Superman also does it during the Dark Knight Returns comic. And we know that the Dark Knight Returns, Frank Miller is very influential in the DCEU, so you could take it either way. When Chris Pine walks in and says, "Where are we at right now?" while she's trying outfits on, and Etta Candy replies, "Outfit number 226. That's a reference to the end of Greg Rucka's run. Number 226 was his last issue. He wrote on it for a long time. And here's a bit of a Deathstroke Easter egg. The God-Killer sword is something that he gains possession of. It's a sword that actually exists in the comics. Wonder Woman doesn't wield it herself, but it does have special powers. When you kill a god with it, it transfers their powers and their memories to you. It's actually a pretty big deal, and it can reform itself if it's ever destroyed. So I know a lot of people are like, which sword was Wonder Woman using during Batman v Superman if the God-Killer was destroyed by Ares? So either they're doing the comic book thing where the sword reforms itself, or she's just using a different mythical sword when we get to Batman v Superman. So let me know in the comments if you spotted any other Easter eggs in the movie. There's some new Infinity War, Captain America, Black Panther stuff from behind the scenes, so I'll probably do a video for that next. But leave all your requests for DC videos in the comments below between the TV show, the movies. I'll say congratulations to Chimichanga, you're the latest giveaway winner. Please private message me so I can get your contact details. There was a new round in this video. I'll just announce the winner the next time I post a DC video. You can click here for brand new Flash Season 4, and you can click here for the most epic of Batman twists in the comics in a long, long time. Thank you so much for watching. Let's high five. I'll see you guys tonight.